Come on, I'm pretty sure I've told you before, I don't know monitors, man. I'm not a audio video kind of person. I don't spend that much time worrying about it. Oh man, guys, I gotta admit, I'm dying here. Like my voice is hanging on by a thread. Oh, you gotta return that monitor. Okay, I wasn't sure about that. Well, I typically go with LG. I bought my wife one that's like 90 bucks. Got it on Amazon, so seems to be working just fine. Yeah, no, I saw that. I saw that they gave frickin' Dragon Age a 9. Like, holy shit, guys, come on. How is that even possible? Hey, Thousand Men. It is a good evening, except that I can't talk. My life, my days, my numbers are limited here. I am on like day 8 of getting sick a week ago. And I feel 90% better. But yesterday I started losing my voice. So we are on cough drops and tea and honey and salt water. And we are doing everything we possibly can over here to stay alive. That being said, there's been some interesting stuff to talk about tonight, so I had to do a live stream anyways. You don't like display ports. Why not? Is there a reason for that? Like a specific reason? Or is it just like some strange personal preference thing? I get it. I have my own personal preferences that don't make a whole lot of sense either. We all have those things, you know? All right, guys, so let's get on to the topics at hand. Mainly because I don't know how long I can make this stream go. I do not know. My voice is what it is, but like eventually I'm going to talk so much that I'm going to throw myself into a coughing fit, and that's not pleasant for anybody to listen to. So that being said, giveaway on Instant Gaming, 3 days left. Go get signed up for that, link down below. If you need a PC, not a monitor, but a PC, although I'm sure you can buy a monitor from them as well, go check out Meta PCs. Link is down below as well. Yeah, I know Star Wars Outlaws is still available with the RTX 40 series. I wouldn't buy that, like, at all. I wouldn't subject myself to that shit. Well, I assume... Is DisplayPort not a better video quality? I mean, I would just assume it's a better video quality, but I could be wrong. Entirely by soundboard. Ooh, there's one we could try. We could try that. Also, members only video until tomorrow morning. I finally completed this article I've been working on for forever. I've been speaking to somebody who I cannot name, who gave me some insight and turned me onto this story. And it has to do with Life is Strange Double Exposure, which comes out tomorrow. It's been in early access now for a couple days. The article's quite long. There's a lot of sources in it you can check for yourself. There's a members-only video till tomorrow morning that goes with the article as well. You guys can check that out too on my website or on the YouTube channel. So, lots of cool stuff. All right, first topic. Actually, you know what? I don't want to do the Dragon Age thing. Let's talk about this other chick first. Hang on a second. Where we got here? Let's talk about this first. I don't know if you guys have seen this or not. This is pretty awesome. In fact, hey, somebody tell me if DisplayPort is actually worse than HDMI, because I typically prefer to use DisplayPort. Actually, hang on a second. DisplayPort versus HDMI. They have key differences. DisplayPort uses higher bandwidth, allows for fast data transfer rates and higher resolution. So there you go. DisplayPort is better. Yeah, Natsuno, that is 100% the way it's going. That is, there is a mass infiltration at Deck 9 Games of far lefty communist agitator progressive LGBT mafia type people. And they are sucking the life out of that company. So you are 100% spot on. And again, it's a series that was progressive, you know? But there may be a better version of HDMI. I don't know. I have no idea, Oblivion. I got no clue. So I don't know if you guys, hang on a second. Let me go to full screen here. I did. I answered it myself. Google. The Google machine did all the work for me. No. Well, okay. Life is Strange is published by Square Enix. Deck 9 Games took over for Don't Nod Entertainment. Damn it, XRS. You have to say that on the night where I've lost my voice. Are you serious? I mean, okay. All's fair in love and war and all that. But, yes. Kim Belair is not bad looking. I will be honest. I do like older women myself. As somebody who's 38, I can look at somebody who's in their 40s and say she looks really good. Okay. Hey, Daniel, how's it going? There are many people here, I guess. I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to the viewer numbers. We just, you know, we take things as we get them. So I'm sure you guys heard about this. And again, I apologize 100% for my voice. It is better than it was last night. Far better than it was this morning. I'm sure I will not be able to talk tomorrow. But it's worth it so we can get this stream going. You just came now. Hang on a second. Where's my sounds at? There's our first soundboard of the night. There's 2 Daniels here. I know, man. And that's the thing. I'm technically Daniel, not Dan. So my cats are trying to get into the cupboards. Oh, boy. Oh, fun story. Okay, so my wife and I didn't have the kids last night. She helped me with a work thing. And so we got home around 7 o'clock, 7:30. We turned in early. We watched Daredevil Season 1, Episode 6, I think it was. Show's really good. I'm so mad at myself I didn't watch it yet. Fall asleep around 11:30 last night. This morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, my freaking cat decides to climb on my wife's nightstand, knock off the lamp, her glasses, picture frames, all of it. It sounded like somebody busted down my freaking front door. Panicked myself awake. It was absolutely like, you know, devastating as far as like my heart's like jumping out of my chest and shit. And yeah, it was just because my cat decided to mess around at 5 o'clock in the morning. Desert, I am no longer sick. I am suffering from possible laryngitis after being sick. So, oh God, dude, Kim Belair, 100%. Alyssa Mercante looks like she smells, okay? And as somebody who has very good control over their own body odor, Alyssa grosses me out. And it helps kill the flies. There you go. Yeah, XRS, it's not even close. Kim Belair, 100%. So yeah, that's how my morning started today. It's been a lot of fun. So I'm not sure if any of you guys paid attention to all this crap. We had the non-binary operator. In fact, let me see if that Park Place had a write-up about it. I have not been on that Park Place or anything for a couple days now. I've been really busy. I'm sure they did a write-up on it. Let me see here. Black Ops 6 non-binary operator. Come on. Come on, John. I know you got something on here. Oh, no, I'm pretty sure Smash covered it. Let me just grab Smash JT. I was going to do a video on it, and then I lost my damn voice. So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. What? Did Smash not cover this either? What the hell? Dude. Seriously? Oh, that's insane. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We are going to do it like this. We're going to go to the Twatter machine and see what we can pull about that. Call of Duty non-binary. Here we go. All right, from Learning the Law. He usually has all these kind of things. Okay. What are you doing, 15? You still have your channel? Oh man, I don't know. That'll be interesting. Mercante's a skank. Yeah, Dead House. Honestly, I wouldn't go near that one. Mental illness, the character. Dude, nobody really talked about it. I was gonna make a video, but I was going to, you know. Ooh, from Brazil. Wait, no. Help me out here. Is that Brazil or is that Colombia? Dude, I'm so terrible with flags. I feel like somebody else help me out here. Which flag is that? Oh, it's Brazil. I'm pretty sure. Okay. So, Call of Duty, to be, diverse and inclusive, decided with Black Ops 6 that you could play a non-binary they/them, who essentially is Quasimodo. Okay? Check this face out, guys. This is the craziest thing. I don't understand, just because somebody's non-binary, why they decide you have to make them hideous. I mean, maybe it's that because they know ugly people identify as non-binary or something. I don't know. But this chick that they created is absolutely god-awful nightmare fuel. Oh yeah, something about the Mass Effect thing. I forgot about that. In 2030, you'll be turning 26. Damn, Natsuno. In 2030, I will be 44? I don't know. I'll be older than I am right now. That's all I can tell you. So anyways, this is your non-binary operator in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. This image isn't so bad, but the previous one looking straight on, she's got some dead-ass eyes. I don't know what's with the haircut either, but this is the face of the non-binary operator, okay? In response to that, let me find where we were at before. Saw the news about the non-binary operator. He doesn't keep up with any current news, and he thought non-binary meant something about math. Oh my god, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Even normies are starting to figure this shit out. So in response to that, this model, okay? Model. This person is a non-binary model. Kimber London gets on her Instagram or TikTok account or whatever and has a meltdown over people saying how hideous this operator looks, okay? Nobody went after her. Nobody said, oh my god, the person that they modeled that after is hideous. They complained about the fact that this non-binary character in Call of Duty looks like frickin' Quasimodo. So here you go. Here's her reaction. Let me get the volume back up a second.
People aren't buying the new Call of Duty because there's a non-binary character? Well, hi, that's me. I'm Kimber London, the professional model that Activision hired to become Volta Rossi, and I've waited 2 years for this.
That's me, the narcissistic twat that has to be non-binary. I mean, for real, guys, like, what the hell? My age, my birthday is 1986, June. So, there you have it. These people are all self-absorbed.
This moment. To everyone saying they won't buy the game because of this character.
Yeah, look at the faces, okay? Nose, somewhat similar. Shape of the head, somewhat similar. The further set apart eyes, okay, I can get that. But the eyes on the character look like they're deformed, okay? Like a completely deformed character.
Ask yourselves, why is inclusion so threatening? In 2022, my agent called me and said Activision was looking for a...
Like, look at this face. If she'd at least put some hair on, or a wig, she would not be a bad-looking woman. Sure, she wouldn't be like, your top 10 out of 10. I would say maybe eat some meat or something, eat a hamburger, put some fat in those cheeks. But the shape of her face, it's not her face that's the problem. It's her body weight and the fact that she's bald, dude. Well, she has the further set apart eyes, Oblivion. That part they got correct. Right. Not a pretty woman by any stretch of the imagination. Okay. 1,000. Appreciate you, dude. Dude, my voice sounds like shit. I said on Discord earlier. So we dropped our kids off at my in-laws last night, and I'm talking to my mother-in-law, and she's like, "Oh, you got that low gravelly thing. That's sexy." I'm like, "Oh my god, don't say that. Like, please never say that again." Like, I've known this woman for almost 20 years now. I'm like, please don't ever say that. She kind of does have a hammerhead, doesn't she? Well, okay, Oblivion. It's not the 3D scanner's fault. It is 100% the artists that render these characters, okay? These people that do the graphics, the character rendering, they can take a character Like the black chick who's been in everything, she's kind of like bug-eyed and bald. They make her look exactly the same in every single game. Okay. Most of them fighting women with super eyes. You mean like the whole Brittany Venti thing? I don't know what's going on with that, dude. Maybe she's an elf. I don't know.
A non-binary individual to become this character. So next thing I know, I find myself on set with 250.
Oh, here's the other thing. We talked about it before. Why do they have to find a non-binary person to voice a non-binary character? Voice acting is supposed to be where you can be whatever you want. You like somebody's voice, you get a black guy to be Kratos in God of War. You get, whatever guy you want to be any character. I mean, look, the whole Hank Azaria being a poo on The Simpsons thing. It shouldn't have mattered because he's doing a character. But for some weird reason nowadays, this is why people think Ghost of Yotei is going to be woke. Because they went and found somebody who identifies as she, her, they, them, XYZ, and they know that the character is going to be modeled not just in looks, but in personality after the voice model because of this shit right here. This is 100% the reason.
50 cameras pointed at my
Phil
face.
Spencer's trans. You might be right about that.
Movements of my lips, my eyes, and my expressions, so they could take the next 24 months to create this character. So we all know.
So yeah, it took them 2 years. 2 years to make that character look the way they made her look. Okay, think about that for a second. 2 freaking years for that. Absolutely abysmal. Completely dreadful.
Know the Call of Duty fan base. I was prepared for some hate. What I wasn't prepared for was the level of ableism, misogyny, sexism.
Oh yeah, all the isms. So guys, here's the other thing. I've noticed a while ago, I don't understand why this became a thing where they put every single person in Call of Duty, gave them a skin like freaking Nicki Minaj and shit, like a bunch of rappers. Look, there are celebrities or YouTubers or Twitch streamers who are gun people like Alex Zadra or Nick Merckx, who's a big ass dude, you know? These guys got their own Call of Duty skin because they played the game and they look the part. This model has no business being a character in Call of Duty, non-binary otherwise.
Queerphobia and the amount of Quasimodos and sloths I would find on Twitter. I have no words. But apparently this guy does, and it's 2025.
Oh, check this out. There's a few guys that I know that got in this video here.
I don't even know what to say to that. Look,
All right, so yeah, we got learning the law here.
will be the first to admit that this character may not look exactly like me, and I was prepared for that. They told me up front that they were going to change the hair. But to be honest,
They didn't just change the hair. They gave the face like they took a friggin' baseball bat to the face. The eyes are deformed. I think they had Kanye, didn't they? Sick of these crybaby narcissists. Dude, that describes every single one of them. Okay, every single one.
I couldn't care less what the character looks like. What matters to me is representation. This is why representation matters.
Yeah, so she went on YouTube, looked herself up. They got Melanie Mack on here.
It isn't about a game. It's about being seen and heard. Queer players have
Seen and heard,
always
guys.
been here. Why shouldn't we be seen in the games we love?
We're going to get into that too. We're going to get into some game reviewers talking about needing to see themselves in games when we get to talk about Dragon Age Veilguard. These people are completely obsessed with themselves.
In the face of all this hate, I will always choose to stand with the LGBTQ+ community, no matter what the haters.
But if this woman is with a man, if she is in a heterosexual relationship, she needs to stop calling herself LGBT because she has no skin in the game. These people are the biggest hypocrites on the planet. It's like when women say that they're bisexual, but they've only ever been with men. You're not LGBT, you're a narcissist.
Say. I'm proud to be a part of this character. And I'm even prouder to live my life authentically and be surrounded by people.
Authentic,
who choose
guys.
love
Authentically
over
non-binary.
fear. To those of you who
Oh yeah, there we go. We got John Della Rose here. His video.
support inclusion and representation, thank you. Together, we are making change. And to those who feel threatened by our existence, I hope you can find it in your heart to understand that our stories matter too. We're here making history, and we're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere. Yeah, except you're shutting down studios and causing everybody lots of money. Oh, man. She doesn't care, but then she complains. I know. Oh, XRS. That's disgusting. I'm sure you're not the only one, but you. They didn't change the hair. They added hair, you bald weirdo. Yeah, no, for real. Reminds me of when Will Smith's wife was all like, oh, she has alopecia. Don't pick on her. It's like, no, she has baldness from gluing wigs to her hair her entire life, you know? All right, so that's pretty much all there is to that because nobody actually did an article on it, you know? Yeah, lesbian in a man's body, 100%. Dude, that, you know, Tay, that's the thing. I mean, honestly, these, like I said, they got no skin in the game. They have no reason to have to, like, actually prove that they're LGBT because nobody holds them to that same standard they would for anybody else. If I went and say, I'm a non-binary woman, I'd have to somehow prove it because I don't look the part. She shaves her head and suddenly she looks non-binary, right? Well, not sooner. That's the thing. Most of us don't care about seeing our, quote, ourselves in the game. So yeah, guys, I'm talking. There's a lot in that article that I wrote. That's a link to that video that I have coming out tomorrow morning about these people that have infected the video game industry needing to see themselves in the game, being all about representation, you know? Yeah, hence the TikTok video, 100%. All right. Oh, man. All right. So, Dragon Age. This is fun. Jin Kazama, Japanese character that turns into a demon, and you're a black guy. That's hilarious. Yeah, dude, honestly, again, if you ask most people who grew up in the 80s and 90s what one of the best superhero films of all time was, it was Blade. It wasn't because we saw ourselves in Blade or saw Blade in ourselves. It was that he was a fantastic character, you know? Absolutely nuts. All right, so I have not looked at this article. I don't know what there's in the article to talk about, but from Park Place it says new Dragon Age Veilguard game confirms game is ultra woke. And I'm sure some of you guys have seen, let me pull up some of these tweets here. Hang on a second. Let me grab my bookmarks. Let me get my Twitter bookmarks brought up here. Luckily, I don't have the same problem Asmongold has where he bookmarks like some big titty anime like character and then has it on stream. I don't do that, so I'm safe there. Let me see here. That's what you use the alt account for. I'm just kidding. I'm going to grab this one. Let me see here. And here we go. I think that'll do for now. All right. So first off, we got IGN giving it a 9. Okay. Oh yeah, dude. The Access Media thing's insane. Hey, Bulan, it is going. I am not as bad as I sound. I just have a voice that is crapping out of me, but I will be okay. I've got lemon honey and cherry menthol cough drops. So we are doing good. I got lots of tea. Wait, hang on. Or sleep a month in Asmongold's bedroom. Well, I think I'd rather go stay in Asmongold's bedroom for a month just to have a little vacation, to be honest. Hey, does this have any volume? Let me check here.
Cinematic flair.
Oh, here we go.
Dragon Age the Veilguard is the best BioWare game in a long time. Veilguard is light on meaningless side quests and instead focuses heavily on the companion quest lines.
Question. Do you guys have a problem with meaningless side quests, like in an RPG? Isn't that like what half the fun of an RPG is, side quests?
each with an arc fit for a protagonist rather than a sidekick. It's like the writers took the loyalty missions from Mass Effect 2 and blew them up into 7 miniature games of their own. The level design reminded us of the original KOTOR, ditching open world design in favor of a series of slick, looping corridors with little nooks to discover, which greatly benefits the BioWare RPG style. There are loads of customization options available with piles of upgradable loot to fulfill your wildest fantasies of intricate battle management. That hair? Some of the best looking hair.
Alright, they're going on about the hair again. You're not stepping foot inside that guy's house. Come on, man. He's cleaning it. He's currently like vacuuming it and cleaning off the couch. He's doing what he can. Come on. I mean, Lord knows he's got enough money to actually hire a maid, but still.
Ever seen in a video game. The combat is more action focused and refined, but for those who prefer more tactical style combat, you can pause to issue party members orders, just like in Mass Effect. And if you're hoping to fight some big dragons, well, fear not. The boss battles do not disappoint. The narrative choices felt like they matter, and no spoilers, but the finale is terrific, built on memorably tough choices and consequences, very much in the spirit of Mass Effect 2. The cinematic flair is off the charts, and sometimes it felt like watching a big budget fantasy movie in the best ways. For our full review of Dragon Age the Veilguard, head over to...
I'm not going to head over to IG. Well, we are. We're going to look at the article. Dude, the graphics look stupid. Cartoony. You don't know if you love them? I mean, okay. Maybe not everybody loves side quests, but they're there for a reason. You know, it's an option. You have the choice to play them. This is straight up saying you don't have that option, you know? Yeah, Blithian, I see, you know, the thing is, like, when I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom, I've probably put over 100 hours into Tears of the Kingdom, and I've only beat one of the, like, the 4 temples, so. You want Dragon Mage? Yeah, exactly. It gets even better. Where's their article at? Let me see. Alright, so. This is not what it said. Hang on a second. So full disclosure, guys. In case you don't know how IGN does things, Lena Hafer is the author of the review that gave it a 9. This matters for a reason. I might plug this for John over at Park Place if he covers this again. Lena Hafer is a dude who identifies as a woman. So, in case you're wondering why this particular person would give this game a 9, Lena Hafer has that proclivity. Just saying. Contributing freelancer for IGN with a specialty in RPG, strategy, horror, and survival games. Of course, IGN says it's a her, but it's really a him. Used to be a dude. Well, Minikata, here's the thing. The beard will grow back in about 3 weeks. If I shave this down to nothing, I'll have a beard again in 3 weeks. Oh yeah. Speaking which, let me see if I still have that. Hang on a second. There was something about how they actually shrunk the heads on some of the characters on Silent Hill 2 because they realized that they had gigantic heads. Looking like Fortnite in a mobile game, 100%. All right, so yeah, IGN gives it a 9. But the funniest part was that, where is this at? Where was that tweet of theirs? Let me see if I've got it back here. Here we go. They said if we never get another Dragon Age game, at least it got to go out on a high note with Veilguard. Why would we not get another Dragon Age game? Is this them saying, we know that people aren't going to like it, we know that this was like their last shot to appeal to the modern audience? Yeah, they got Destiny's head, exactly. Yeah, Minikata, I'm going to do it. But here's the thing. My black MAGA hat is scheduled to be here anytime between the 31st and the 2nd. If I don't get the black MAGA hat to complete the costume, I'm not going to shave. Because what the hell's the point? I was trying to recreate his costume, his outfit, from when he went on stage with Trump the first time, with the black MAGA hat and the Occupy Mars shirt. If I can't get the hat, I'm not going to do the costume. Yeah, they know it's the end. So Savvy says, you cannot give something a 9 out of 10 while admitting it could kill the series. I mean, that's it. You're a joke of a publication full of activist bloggers who do not play games and instead parrot words of praise to keep your relevant early access pass to games. Looks like a Reddit mod. Yeah. I've been saying this for a while. Guys, before we knew about the transgender top surgery scars, before we knew about any of this stuff, I said, look at the color scheme. The color scheme is intentionally leaning into the same shit we saw with Spider-Man 2 with Gwen, with Spider-Gwen or whatever, Gwen Stacy, where they want to have these weird purpley, violet, pinks and whites and shit because they want to push the transgender message. Corinne Bush, the game director, is a transgender person. Okay? This is what they always do. No, I got a big head. I got a big ass head. Okay? Very big head. Just put makeup over it like the Joker in the Batman show. So yeah, Silent Hill though, they actually they put out a patch and reduced the size of the heads and actually gave one of the characters more of a bust. So I guess they're actually paying attention now. I don't know. So let me see here. Pirate Nation has a list of all the sites that gave it, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Game Rant, Xbox Era, Press Start, But Why Though, Eurogamer, CGM all gave it perfect scores. IGN gave it a 9, TechRaptor gave it a 9.5, GamesRadar 9, DualShockers 8.5. There were 2 sites, VGC and VG247, that gave it a 3 out of 5. Metacritic's sitting around 84 right now. Caucasian man pushed in the top left almost off the screen. What were we talking? Oh yeah. On Dragon Age. Yeah. On the picture there. But yeah, we were talking about this. Apparently, they did not give out keys to anybody who had been critical of this game in coverage leading up to it. So Wolfheart FPS, who has got a very large channel on YouTube, quoted Fextra Life, who had just apparently posted a video talking about the review code situation. He says this is one of the largest RPG-focused channels on YouTube who has more knowledge on and has worked with probably more publishers, studios, etc. than anyone else in this particular subgenre. Speaking up against a gigantic corporation like EA is a big deal for a channel of that size. If you're excited for the game, continue to be. I'll be watching reviews and playing on Friday myself. I really hope I end up enjoying it. Just keep this stuff in mind. We're simply talking about corporation marketing strategies. They don't care about you. They care about your money. Yeah, and Zach Asmongold says, as someone who's been extremely critical of Extra Life in the past, I completely support them in this circumstance. Celebrating and pushing for certain people to not get review copies is the first step towards access journalism and the chilling effect it has on genuine reviews. And what they're talking about is, I saw this earlier, but I don't think I bookmarked it. Fextra Life tweeted about the fact that they did not get a review code, I'm pretty sure. And they, of course, are a very large channel. Let me see if I can find this. Yeah, you see they posted this video, The Truth About Dragon Age Reviews. I guess they don't have a tweet about it. Maybe they deleted it. Let's take a quick look at the video. I don't know how long it is. Wait. What about Mr. Matty? I didn't see anything about that. Well, no, Natsuno, I know she wasn't trans, but that's not the point. The point is they want to make her trans. They're trying to push that narrative.
Benefiber gently nourishes the good bacteria in your gut and...
Shut up. Oh, crap. Look what I just did. I love this guy. Hey, Sun Grand, how's it going? Here we go.
Veilguard review. We're going to be talking about why we're actually not doing a review for the Veilguard today, why this should matter to you, and why it's important. We don't normally make videos like this on the Fextra Life YouTube channel. We typically stay out of drama. You'd be hard-pressed to find more than a handful of these across the entire 3,000.
He was accused of leaking Veilguard? Oh, wait a second. Is he the one that they're accusing? Oh, man. Did that Spanish chick pretend to be non-binary? No, the Spanish chick didn't get a review copy. She talked to somebody who was a playtester. That's how she got the insider information. He was a playtester. She interviewed him on like a Twitch stream. Yeah, XRS, I didn't see that.
What I want to talk about today is going to impact the way that you watch reviews today, the ones that are coming out today. And this information should not be kept from you.
Dude,
before I get into that, though, just a little bit of background for coming out.
Sungrand right here. This guy is so cool. Such a cool guy. I don't watch every single one of his videos, but he has been nothing but kind to me. He's just like a super wholesome dude.
Dragon Age for at least 10 years, maybe longer. And Fex also managed to rescue the Dragon Age forums when BioWare was bought by EA because they were shutting down those forums. We got permission from BioWare to rescue those forums, export them, and import them onto the Fex for Life forums. So you can still find those Dragon Age forums today on our site. We've been in constant communication with EA and BioWare for years about this title. We've been assured we're getting a code multiple times over the years. We've been in constant communication with them. They keep sending us stuff about the game. We've also been covering the game during that time with constant news articles. We've done several videos about the game. But most importantly, I think that our audience is the audience for this title.
I mean, yeah, they make a lot of videos. Holy crap. Good views too. 260,000, 166, 102, 103, 119. Yeah, they get a lot of views on their videos.
I think you'd be hard pressed to find another channel out there that's our size that is so specifically targeted to RPGs that fits the profile for this game. So following all this, we were invited by EA to attend a preview.
Well, Mike, that's the thing. People who need to see themselves, it's all about activism. It has nothing to do with, again, actual representation, inclusion, making everyone feel like they have a seat at the table. Video games have always done that. It's entirely about this narcissistic self-obsession, this need to feel that you are pushed ahead of the front because, oh, I've been held back for so many years. But again, it's by who? Who's the imaginary boogeyman who's held you back, you know?
Preview event for Dragon Age, the Veilguard, in September with a lot of other press and content creators. We were by no means the only ones doing this. And after attending that event, we made our impressions video from playing the game, which has close to 300,000 views on our YouTube channel right now, which I think is one of the most viewed impressions videos for that game at this time. If you watch that video, the general sentiment is that we were cautiously optimistic about the game. We praised its gameplay, character depth, but we weren't completely sold about the storytelling in the long run, although we only got to play a very little bit of time, so we weren't entirely...
Here's one thing I'll criticize about the combat. Forget about, like, tactics versus, action RPG combat styles. The dude in the in the gameplay walkthroughs that we've seen, where every time he attacks, he does, like, this weird kick twirl backwards jumps, and it looks like shit that you would have seen off Rings of Power or like what they did with Legolas on the Lord of the Rings movies. It's absolutely garbage looking shit. Go back to see that man cast magic. Oh, I didn't know that, Natsuno. I hadn't heard about that.
Really sure. And in general, we didn't really like the character models, the design style of them, which I think a lot of people don't. In general, it was a pretty positive impression of the video, and I want to play for you the closing audio from that video right now so you can see what we told our audience at the end of that video. I still have issues with the game, mainly that I don't like the UI and that the dialogues didn't seem to be on par with what you could get in other story-focused games that have come out in the last decade, and that I didn't yet get a point where I could get in other story-focused games that have come out.
And I get it. This is a character that some player created, right? And there should be complete freedom with player-created characters, fine. But giving people the ability to do this shit with a Kunari, they have nerfed the hell out of how the Kunari started to where they are now. Kunari do not have like a man face. That dude is just like a weird man face with horns coming out of his head. That's not a Kunari. Like, not even close.
In the last decade, and that I didn't yet get a point where I felt a bond or much interest with my companions who were integral to the story. It's funny that I have pretty much been playing these games for the story and getting through the combat, but I may actually be playing the Veilguard to enjoy the combat and get through the story to see the end. How everything works together and progresses into a full game remains to be seen, and there were several big and impactful events that I cannot discuss, but so far my opinion on this has become more positive, and I would like to urge anyone who loves CRPGs to hang in there and wait for reviews and not write the game off just yet. And just to illustrate...
I'll say that was actually pretty positive, to be fair. More positive than I would have been, especially when you see today the shit coming out where it's like everything's about, oh, you have to pick whether or not you want to have a transgender storyline, and that's going to affect choices down the road, because if you decide to lop your woolly off or not, or to have a double mastectomy, that's going to create different character options down the road. Well, yeah, it's going to increase your mortality rate.
Straight how mild that our criticisms were of the Veilguard. After publishing our impressions video, we got called shills, Some people accused us of being paid by BioWare and EA to promote the game, which of course we're obviously not. I was even contacted by another content creator who had attended the event that asked me why my criticisms were worded more cautiously and asked me if I was concerned when I made my video that I'd be denied access to a review code. To which, of course, I replied, no, I'm not worried about getting denied access to review code. That simply doesn't happen in the gaming industry. But I was not concerned about this.
Wait. Did this man just say that doesn't happen in the video game industry? Wait. Back up a second. Back up. I might not have heard that right.
I'd be denied access to a review code. To which, of course, I replied, no, I'm not worried about getting denied access to review code. That simply doesn't happen in the gaming industry. But I was not.
Dude, this man literally just says that doesn't happen in the video game industry. That if you criticize something, you don't get a review code. Okay, this is a channel that has 1 million subscribers, guys. I've got 10,000. I've got 10,000 subscribers, and I am blown away that I even have that many. However, do you guys not realize, like, holy shit, Nintendo doesn't give, Kotaku codes anymore to review. They flat out say, we're not giving you, well, they didn't even say it. They just chose not to give Kotaku a review, like multiple times, or a key, I'm sorry, because they were like, you guys are just going to screw us, so why bother? Now, okay, so clearly he's probably going to double back and say, well, I was wrong. But it's like, dude, how could you be one of the shills who's invited to this event and truly believe that the industry doesn't act this way? Like, come on.
Not concerned about this at all. I reassured him that he shouldn't be concerned about this because it's just not really a thing in the gaming industry. It's so rare that it shouldn't scare someone into not saying what they think about a game. So after publishing our video, nearly immediately, our contacts at EA and BioWare stopped replying and communication went to zero. So we started inquiring as to what was happening and reaching out to other contacts in the industry in a bit wider of a circle to try and figure out what's happening. As a result, we discovered that we were essentially getting fake reassurances that we were getting a code to keep us.
So yeah, I mean, basically what happened is, it is 100%, he never worried about it happening to anybody else, so why would he imagine it would happen to himself? It's one of those, when you have blinders on, you're going through life going, oh, surely that doesn't happen because it's never happened to me. It doesn't matter if there's 10,000 people screaming at him saying, oh no, it happened to me, it's happened to this person I know, it happened to this other YouTuber. He's in this privileged position where he's just like, oh, surely they don't do that. Ha ha ha, there's no way they would act like that. Yeah, willfully blind to believe 100%.
Happy while denying us access to the Veilguard. It wasn't too long after this that I began to be contacted by other press and content creators about whether or not we had a code, and generally speaking, I get this a lot. People tend to ask me whether I have a code or not, because we generally get codes for all the big games. I'm not trying to brag, it's just simply reality. We have a large channel, we almost always get a code, and another creator or press can figure out if they should have a code right now, if they're going to get one or not, by asking us this question, which is what happened here. And we started piecing together between us that some people had codes and others didn't, including ourselves. And you might have also seen Wolfheart's tweets about this topic on Twitter or X.
Yeah, so I saw this tweet here. This is from a channel, I think Wolfheart has like 200,000 subscribers. So again, another good sized channel. It says three creators, myself included, were a bit more critical than others with our hands-on time with Dragon Age Veilguard. Not a single one of us will be getting a review code with time to actually give opinions before release. Just thought I would throw that out there. That was the first one I saw. That was from 2 days ago, which to me is not a shock. Like, again, I'm not sitting at that position of a 1 million subscriber channel who's getting invited to all the events and getting firsthand look at things, you know? I'm a normal person looking at it through a normal lens going, I see the way the shills operate and the way that the access media has operated for years. Like, this guy's just completely disillusioned. They don't have standards or morals? Yeah, seriously.
And Luke Stevens' video about this topic as well. Both of those individuals were with us in California for the preview event, and both of them put out preview videos as well as ours. And I think between the three of us, we probably have some of the 3 most viewed videos on this topic, or at least most commented on, I would say. And if you read those tweets and you watch that video, you can...
Luke Stevens, I've watched a few videos of his. He strikes me as somebody who has moderately mainstream opinions that even if he leans more to one side or the other, he's probably terrified of losing access. So he's probably never going to actually come out in support of anything one way or the other. Again, more of that milquetoast kind of approach, you know? Vicky Vac, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. Not quite as bad as like Yang Yeah. Yang Yeah's terrible. Yeah, another shill. Again, his coverage of Concord was really good, but it's like he was just saying things that all the rest of us were saying too.
You can tell clearly that they also feel some way that they were intentionally excluded by EA from review access for some unknown reason, likely because of critical comments they made in their preview video, even though most of the things they said were positive about the game, just like us. And these are just two individuals that are speaking out about this, but we do know that there are at least a handful.
Fextra just used Grums and Vera Dark as sources in his video. Oh, I saw that Kate Bush's tampon account was like, oh, he used Vera Dark and Grums as sources. This is terrible. It's like, dude, whatever. Hey, Smeg. No, man, I appreciate it. I am 90% better all the way around. It's just that the voice decided to completely bottom out yesterday. It's completely gone. More milquetoast than Tim Pool. That's tough. That's a tough one to do. Fence Sitter. He's only really critical of games that are safe to be critical of, and he's definitely getting paid by Ubisoft. Oh, Yang Yeah's the worst, dude.
Handful of other content creators and press that were left out, maybe more, that share a similar sentiment, that feel like they were deliberately prevented from giving their own opinions to their own audience about this game. It is feeling like EA is deliberately trying to prevent us from telling you what we think about the game, and they want you to hear it.
Huh. Now, okay, so here's the thing. He follows or interacts with enough content that he's got like Smash JT popping up here, right? That's, again, you got Endymion TV right here. These are not accounts that if he interacts with and has any like association with that are going to be beneficial to him as a shill to get access to other keys and events that these studios hold. These are people who are on a blacklist. These people will never get keys. Endymion will never get invited to an event. He will never get a key. Smash JT will never get a key. Vera Dark, Grums, any of these other people, they're never getting keys. They don't want you at their events. So I don't know enough about Fextra Life. I knew the name before this video came out. I never interact with his content. I don't know. But like, if these are the accounts you're following or watching or interact with on YouTube, yeah, odds are you're not on the green list, you know? Toxic positivity, right?
From someone else. So you then have to ask yourself, why would EA do this? What is their angle? What are they trying to accomplish by doing this? After the previews came out, I think it became very apparent that most of the people who were still interested in Veilguard after watching the previews were waiting for reviews to make their final decision about whether or not to purchase the game. If you just read comments in any YouTube...
Okay, sorry, my voice is shit. Who actually does that? Who among us right here waits for reviews to make a decision on a game? Now, I'm not talking about like your favorite YouTuber. I'm not talking about like a review from a Twitch streamer, somebody who plays through the whole game, like the first 12 hours of the game, the first day it's out. Is there any single site that anybody who actually plays and purchases video games can go to these days and you get a trustworthy opinion, you know, as far as like a review goes? It doesn't exist. Bad after becoming a voice actor. Yeah. Minikata, I'm like, I don't wait for reviews of games because I'm going to judge based on what I've seen, what I've heard, and what it looks like with my own two eyes. I'm sorry. That's all I can do at this point. Exactly. That's exactly it. Own opinion from what you see and what from the dev stream. Steam reviews. Steam reviews are a good way to go, but it doesn't always tell the whole story, because with Steam reviews, and this is something like I was saying with Life is Strange, Double Exposure just came out on early release 2 days ago. If you look at the Steam page, it's very positive. However, if you go to the negative reviews, there's a sizable amount of them. It's people saying they've destroyed the characters, the game doesn't run well, the studio that's handling the game did a piss poor job of continuity between the characters from previous games. They've ruined the relationships, they've ruined the backstory. So a lot of the very positive reviews are probably from like the weirdo activist types who are going to go buy the game regardless. So if you see it's very positive, okay, but it's very positive among a specific demographic of people who are already looking for that kind of content in their game, if that makes sense. The before you buy reviews are the best ones you can think of. True. Yeah, Blithian, they've never really been helpful. I mean, that once upon a time, sure.
YouTube video about the Veilguard, or look at the poll on our community page, you can see that the vast majority of people that are still interested are waiting for reviews. Looking at this, EA's marketing team probably saw this and decided that they needed to make the reviews as positive as possible, trying to exclude those that might. The team probably saw this and decided.
Dude, the Canary looks like if someone slapped a forehead on top of an already existing forehead. My God, that's, yeah, exactly. And again, I get it. It's a player-made character, so they want you to be able to screw around the player settings. I understand that. But the original base model of the Canary is shit, you know? Yeah, Blithian, that's exactly the point I was trying to make. That, thank you. That's a better way of summarizing it.
Decided that they needed to make the reviews as positive as possible, trying to exclude those that might, give the game a 7 or an 8, while also reaching out and finding press and content creators that would maybe give the game a 9 or above. Just think about this for a second. If you're on the EA end and you're trying to manipulate review scores because you want high review scores, what are you going to do? You're going to research press and content creators, and you're trying to
whether you like the combat or not,
because you want high reviews.
As soon as this heads up display pops up here, as soon as all of that shit pops up on screen, it's not even like a matter of ADD. I just see this and it grosses me out. Like the amount of shit with all the purple outlines. Maybe if you could change the color, maybe I just hate the shape. I don't know what it is about this, but I just hate it. You know? It seems like you're behind. Oh, I hope we don't have a lag or stream cutting out issue tonight, dude.
Scores. What are you going to do?
If that happens, I'm just
going to research press and content creators and what they usually give to games score-wise to give you a general idea of how they're going to review your game. For us, we never give games 10s. 9s are extremely rare. Most games we give reviews to fall somewhere in the 7 or 8 range, while other places, you know who they are, always give 9s and 10s, and frankly, it's hard to take them.
All right, so, yeah, the UI is terrible. Been around long enough to know if you're going to like something at a glance. Dude, honestly, that's usually the way it goes. That's honestly, when I look at video games these days, that's kind of the way it works for me. So, yeah, that's kind of the situation there. Access Media doing what Access Media does. Oh, here you go. Here's footage comparing Dragon Age Origins to Dragon Age Veilguard. Media outlets are heavily promoting the new game as the ultimate RPG. You can't even insult anyone. The dialogue is changed to be friendlier, so no fictional character gets their feelings hurt. And I've not watched this yet.
Dragon Age is about dominating the battlefield. It's about that moment when you charge, that tension of not being certain, and then seeing your characters slice heads off, throw spells, set things on fire, until essentially you bring it to a crashing close and say, yeah, this one I won, now I've got 400,000 more to go.
With a lot of conflict going on, and now when we start off Dragon Age Origins, a blight, these darkspawn rising back from under the ground are coming to consume the earth once again.
This game was so
this
good.
Is what you're fighting against.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned down hut.
Look, I'll take these graphics over that modernized purple shit that we've been looking at for like the last 10, 20 minutes. Like, in all honesty.
'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All right, 1,000 man. Have a good night, dude.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know.
No one has a place here. Your farmers wish to be merchants. The merchants dream of being nobles, and the nobles become warriors. No one is content to be who they are.
No, I don't hate it. It's really nice. Temperature.
I won't be upset if you don't like coffee.
He really wouldn't.
I know, but, sorry. It's just this thing I do sometimes.
Acting so people will like you?
It sounds terrible when you say it like that. I know I don't need to do it. I just do.
Sometimes there's an additional option that's meant to be like the angry option, but what the game does, and this drove me fucking nuts, is it takes the edge off the dialogue option you've selected to make it something more friendly. Like this clip when some asshole bureaucrat barges into the conversation making demands, and I want to say, who is this fool? Because that would be an antagonistic thing to say that might result in some conflict. Instead, here's what Rook actually ends up saying.
Who is this?
This is Governor Event.
Dude, they censored the game's own writing. Holy crap. It's Janeway. It's the Marvel writers in a game. Well, it's the same kind of people. That's the thing. Same kind of agenda. Same kind of mindset going into it. Dude, so we were talking about that because my wife and I have been watching Daredevil. Holy crap, I couldn't think of the name. Daredevil. Wow. And we suffered through the one season of She-Hulk because it was like so bad we had to watch it. And we had not seen the Daredevil show previously. And so they brought Matt Murdock in for like one episode to make a complete fool out of him. And you would not believe it was the same character because it really isn't. It's like if you compare the writers of She-Hulk with the writers of Daredevil, yeah, they're technically both, you know, Marvel, but it's like night and day. They're completely not even in the same universe. Can find something useful and it's nearly always better than nothing? Yeah. That's true.
Benchy. They have concerns.
What? How? Who doesn't like dragons?
Aren't you curious why Tarsh likes them as much as you like necromancy?
The question crossed my mind.
And maybe Emmerich could help demystify.
Oh god, these characters look so bad. Holy crap. I haven't watched any of these scenes with actual talking. These look so bad. Holy shit. I did not know that Morrigan's voice actress was in Farscape. I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah. Yeah, Trash Can Man. I heard they were rebooting the Matt Murdock Daredevil from Netflix. So I don't know what to expect from that dude. But yeah, that show is so good. I'm super impressed with it so far. And of course, I freaking love Vincent D'Onofrio. All right, so other than that, there was just some really cringe stuff about Dragon Age. Oh, we'll get to this review in a second. Do we have the screenshots? Let me see. Let me see if they're here somewhere. No, this is for later. This is for afterwards. Crap. Well, I had the tweets brought up earlier. Basically, your Kunari companion has to tell her parents that she is no longer a she. She likes to go by they, them, because she's non-binary. And then, of course, your character, when it comes to your ability to be non-binary, apparently has different reactions to how you make your decision about being non-binary. Let me see if I have these somewhere. Hang on. They have to reboot it or make a sequel to Own Us? Yeah, 100%. The horn dude has lady hips. Oh my god, let me see here. Hang on. I know I've got it. Oh, here's the other thing I was talking about. Check this out, guys. This is pretty interesting. They reduced Maria's head in Silent Hill 2 and added that to her chest. So yeah, if you take a look at this side by side, they actually put cleavage right here where there wasn't really much of any at all before. And again, it looks like they slimmed down the face and you can see there's a little bit of cleavage right here. And then of course the character models themselves, here I'll just disappear for a second, hang on. Yeah, completely different looking characters. This one here, her head is like, again, 30% bigger than it needs to be. This other one here, you can see it's way smaller. So somebody over there actually looked at this game and said, yeah, we need to fix that. This is not okay. So maybe they're learning. It's still massive. It is still massive, but not as massive as, look at the size of this jaw right here. They definitely tried to tone it down a tiny bit. Dude, I remember Dark Crystal barely, like just barely. Oh, I'm not saying it looks great, guys. I'm saying it's a small win, okay? It's a small win. Now, let me go back to what I was looking for here. Hang on a second. You can tell I had like no time to prepare the stream at all today. Like none. Let's see. Cringe, cringe, cringe. Where is my cringe at? Here we go. Okay. From J Viper. This one's perfect.
Specifically who I'm talking about here. As a non-binary person myself, Veilguard includes some of the most authentic representation of coming to terms.
All right, so I'll read them for you. It says, Rook, take a long, hard look in it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done. Examine options related to gender identity. Choosing one will conclude the conversation. This is for your gender identity options, okay? Right above that, you have the scar options.
With general gender stuff and having to navigate your family's reaction to it.
All right. Now it says establishes transgender identity and unlocks new dialogue options in future conversations. And that says I'm getting there. The next option says I love who I am, or it feels good to see the real me. Again, completely cringe.
I've yet to see in a game.
This is
It doesn't feel like an after-school special or like I'm being pandered to. It's quite well handled.
Oh yeah. Scars are lessons learned. My scars are badges of honor, or these scars are sexy. Yeah, Mahendra, that non-binary thing's going around. No, so guys, this is the thing. This 100% goes back to what we've been talking about before. This shit, it's not just about why do you not want more options in your video games? Why do you have a problem with this? It's a mature game. Children aren't going to play this, blah, blah, blah. This is 100% them pushing mental illness on a society that is already more mentally ill than it's ever been. People are on more medications. They're more depressed. They're more trying to find their own identity in life. And they're being lied to by the mainstream media, by entertainment, by Hollywood, by their teachers, by the government. And so this shit being injected into a video game, even for a mature audience, for a mature game, you're still going to have this trickle down through teenagers and young adults who are confused about themselves, and they're going to play this shit. And just like everything else the society is pushing on them, this is just reinforcing the idea that this is normal, that this is healthy, that this is an option for them, despite the high mortality rate attached to it, despite all the years of medical issues and constant doctor's visits and all the regret that could come from that. You know, it's just another step in the wrong direction. I mean, Oblivion, I have a very different take from a lot of people who say I don't mind. I do mind. You know, I will never pretend that I don't mind. I'm not going to try to say that I want to control every video game that exists, but I would never see this as a net positive in a video game, ever. No, and we can agree to disagree on that. It's fine. Power of God and anime on your side. Yeah, I saw that Catholic anime doll. It's pretty hilarious. Didn't push back enough earlier, yeah. You know, honestly, like I said, it's one more step in the wrong direction.
And finding out that the writer for this character is non-binary themselves did not surprise.
Let's see. Trying to live up to that, it'll look good, or I look good, enough reflection. I don't know. Dude, this is just so messed up. So beyond messed up. All right, so last thing I wanted to touch on as far as Dragon Age goes is these are the people. These are the people giving it reviews, okay? Okay, so Trash Can Man, before I talk about this review, I've said this before. It does not make you a bigot if you want to play a Japanese samurai. It does not make you a bigot if you're a straight person and you don't really feel like playing or watching a gay story. These are normal things that you'd expect people to feel, okay? So I don't want to play a gay character, or at least have that be the main focal point of the story. I'm not saying those games can't exist, and I'm not saying those games can't be successful. I don't personally want to watch a gay romance or a gay story because I'm not gay, and I don't like the gay lifestyle. For me, I don't enjoy that. I don't agree with it. I don't want any part of that. Doesn't mean other people can't do that. Doesn't mean other people can't enjoy it and whatever. Again, to each their own. But I don't have an issue saying it because I don't think it's wrong to say. People are going to enjoy what they enjoy. And it's not because I identify with straight people. I don't approve of a lot of what happens with the gay community as a whole, you know? So why would I want a game that has not just options, but transgender chest scar surgeries and, pronoun options and trying to feel represented when it's like, dude, I never make myself in a video game. I make the biggest, baddest dude with a big ass mohawk, with a big axe, somebody who can smash 3 guys in one swing. That's not me. Yeah, you got to know your audience 100%. So, Emma Flint over here at Gaming Bible has a review. Oh yeah, no, Uplifting, I get you there. Yeah, again, if it made sense in the story, 100%. Well, yeah, Mr. Tay, I think, honestly, a lot of us feel the same way. And unfortunately, if you just say it like, well, for me, I don't really want to play a gay character. I don't want to watch a gay movie or play a gay game. You get labeled as a bigot. Like, why? It's not something that I enjoy. Smegs, appreciate it, dude.
Do I need to be liked? Absolutely not. I like to be liked. Do I need to be liked? Absolutely not. I like to be liked. I enjoy being liked.
Dude, you're too kind. I appreciate it, man.
I have to be liked.
Hey, and Dead House, there's nothing wrong with that either, dude. That has nothing to do with Bible. Well, yeah. I think that this is in terms of like Bible for gaming, but not like the actual Bible, dude. But yeah, so what score did they give? I'm curious real quick. What do they have their score list here at the bottom? Okay. All right. Here you go. We're gonna give you guys the score, and then I'm gonna pick a line that I read out of this, and it's going to explain the score 100%. All right. So, the pros: stunningly beautiful, narratively rich lore, detailed character customization, diverse companions, improved combat, epic battles, and you can hug a baby griffin. I like games where you can kill griffins. Okay. Cons: if we have to be nitpicky, the lack of custom map markers, occasionally awkward targeting system. 10 out of 10. All right, let's scroll back up. I have not read this whole thing, but I read enough of it to tell you guys exactly why the game is a 10 out of 10. Gotta keep going. Here we go. I especially enjoyed being able to make my character overweight. As someone who's mid-sized, it's validating to be able to create a character that reflects that aspect of myself. Not everyone will want to, but it's liberating to have the option. As two is being able to have top surgery scars or to depict a woman with facial hair. These are details that help us resonate with Rook on a deeper level, truly allowing for the immersion RPGs are so famed for. Some will call it woke, but they're merely parroting a word without understanding its origins. Bom, bom, bom. That right there, that one paragraph is 1,000% why she gave it a 10. Not even a question. White Kristen, you like moral humans? Nothing wrong with that. Mr. Tay, I don't know. Left camp meme, let's go. Yeah, 100%. No, Oblivion. That was her 100% because she can feel represented in making her character fat with top surgery scars and facial hair as a female. All right? No. That's unfortunately her authentic opinion and why she gave it a 10. So, there you have that. All right, we got about 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to try to keep it as close to an hour and a half, hour 45, simply so I can rest my voice, because if I go to work tomorrow and I can't answer the phone, it won't be the worst thing in the world, but I might have to take an important phone call. So we'll try to cut this off in the next 20 minutes or so. Yeah, Oblivion, unfortunately, that was 100% authentic. Yes, Smeg, because it 100% validates her existence. This is what I'm saying. It's narcissism, guys. It is pure, unbridled narcissism. And so, again, I'm just going to say this one more time. I've got a video coming out about double exposure. The article's linked in the description for this live stream. There's a lot there. And it has to do with how a studio used to make games that were, again, progressive but not overly woke. And this studio has been infected by woke activists. And it has led to a lot of what we're seeing with Dragon Age and other games, with this need to feel like everybody has to be represented. And you can 100% piece by piece see why this has happened when you see who's now working at the studio. So I'm just going to say, if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, the video is coming out at 7. So 10 o'clock East Coast time in the morning, that'll be going live. All right, so we now have the best one. Apparently, Kim Belair from Sweet Baby Inc. has described the Mario Brothers villain Bowser as Bondage Daddy. All right. Christian hates allowed, but naming evil is wrong. Well, basically, Christians are some of the people that you can crap on the most, and they just kind of have to take it, dude. That's the way that society has gone. All right. I did not know that John Trent was also moonlighting at Fandom Pulse. Man needs to sleep. He needs to take a break. His fingertips are probably completely burned off. It says, Sweet Baby Inc. CEO Kim Belair once described Super Mario Bros. Villain Bowser as Bondage Daddy. Her comments came in the 57th episode of a podcast called The Sexiest Podcast that she co-hosted with Ari McGillivray. Hang on a second. Wait, she was the co-host? No. Hang on a second. Hang on. I got to find something out here. I got to figure something out. Give me a second. I saw a thumbnail. Now I got to see if it's actually her. If this is her, I'm going to die. Like, holy shit. All right, so hang on a second. Are they actually on Twitter still? Let me see here. All right, so in this thread right here from Savvy, this is a screenshot from the Sexiest Podcast Twitter account, okay? You'll see right here that there is a picture of these two people. I believe the one on the left here is Kim Belair. Now, the reason that matters is because I'm pretty sure that there's a photo of the two of them in lingerie on the thumbnail for the podcast. I'm not even kidding. And if XRS is here, you're going to love this if I can find it. Like, holy crap. I don't know where I saw it earlier, though. Oh my God, here you go. All right, YouTube, this is not anything indecent. They're both clothed, so please do not demonetize my stream. All right. So, if I'm not mistaken, this person here on the left has got to be Kim Belair. Like, I'm not crazy, guys, right? That's Kim Belair. Oh, no. No, I'm not saying that she's hot here or anything, guys. I'm just finding it extremely ironic that this person here would be on a podcast that was extremely explicit from the sounds of things. And then she wants to lecture people, these picky man baby gamers, as she calls them, about not being inclusive, not being bigoted. This is insane. Like, oh my God, these people. And again, we're the grifters. We're the grifters. But somehow, you know, these people here doing the shit that they do, that's not grifting. Yeah. And I don't care that she did this. That's not the point. The point is she's the one that wants to say that men objectifying women in video games is misogynistic or sexist or whatever. Dude, that's insane. I didn't think that picture was actually her. Oh my God. Okay, the podcast episode, which was recently unearthed by YouTube channel Gothic Therapy. Shout out Gothic Therapy. We are going to watch their video, in fact. Was titled Sexiest Smash Bro, and saw the duo discussing who they believe is the sexiest Smash Bro. Belair quickly pointed to Bowser and said, Bowser, I feel like he has to be on my list because he's Bowser, he's bondage daddy sexy. Belair then affirmed bondage daddy, but also literal daddy. McGillivray also added, good daddy, he's Bowser, and I never fail to nominate him at any opportunity. I think he's just cool and sensitive. These people are sick in the head, okay? Oh my God. McGillivray then brought up Bowser Day, to which Belair explained what it is and then proceeded to say Bowser Day was calling my bluff. It was, hey Kim, you like to talk about how sexy Bowser is. That's kind of a fun thing that you do. Would you like to see it? Literally play it out for you. Do you want piles and piles of very, oh my God, very phallously, very hardcore bondage Bowser? Here it is. She added, I'm one of those people who on the internet, I'm going to click it, and then when I go to the Bowser Day tag, I can go like, oh no, this isn't what I wanted. Better look at all of it, though. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, these people have porn brain. We want attractive men and female characters in games and in movies and in, you know, all media. We want men to look like men and women to look like women, and that's it. But somehow we're like the degenerates. Oh my God. All right, so this is Gothic Therapy's video on it. They're the ones that discovered it, so I'm going to play this for you guys, just to give my voice a break also.
Sad, twisted story.
From DEI to this cringeworthy mess.
They're gaming's biggest joke. No more, no less.
Okay, so this is going to be an interesting video because this is going to be, I don't know how long it's going to be, but we're going to be talking about a
Dude, 1000% Coomer brain. The same isn't true in Japan and China and Korea. Yeah. I mean, every society has their Coomers, but like, holy shit, dude.
Podcast they did that is literally on the site. The account is still on Twitter. It is called the Sexiest Podcast. Honey, would you like to read what the description of the Sexiest Podcast is?
Sure. The Sexiest Podcast is a weekly ranking of the sexiest everything. Join hosts Kim Belair and Ari McGillivray and their guests as they delve into topics ranging from movie monsters and sea creatures to emoji and ice cream.
Why would you talk about movie monsters and sea creatures on the Sexiest Podcast? Oh my God, these people are sick. Like, I don't know that I want to know anymore. Oh my God.
To finally determine what really is the sexiest. New episodes every Wednesday. And they haven't made a new episode in 6 years.
Oh, thank God she took a break. Okay. It's okay, Smeg. She quit. When she started Sweet Baby Inc. in 2018. Oh my God, this is such a freaking grift. Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, they haven't made a new one in 6 years. Think about that. She started Sweet Baby Inc. in 2018. The minute she had another grift, another gig, she ditched this.
Wonder why.
As far as we know, now the episodes that were there are pretty high up a episode number, so I'm assuming that they've deleted.
Yeah, they did this 67 times at least, because This was episode number 67. I know, John. Who could have guessed, right?
Some of them. I want to give you all a disclaimer. This channel is not for children, but this is most definitely not for children. So if you are a child and you're listening to this, you know what you signed up for, or cover your ears, stick your fingers in them, or get a parent.
Oh, commercials, really?
Or be prepared to go to hell.
You won't be seeing anything, but you'll be hearing. And trust me, you don't want to. You don't want to hear any of this.
No. I also want to point out one thing quickly. There was 1 like on that podcast episode.
I wonder why.
I do see that all the time, though, on Twitter. Couldn't even end it on 69. Oh, my God. What do we got here? I got to get it, a little badum for you guys. I know I've got it on soundboard somewhere. I just don't know what it is.
No. Who is the 1 like?
Kim Belair. Chris Kindred.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Here we go, guys. You ready for it? This, by the way, this file that I made is 25 minutes. We're not going to watch all of it because trust me, you'll want to stop. And it is literally titled Ah.
Of course you did.
You ready? No, you're not, but you'll be ready anyways.
All right, Kim.
Okay.
Oh, this one actually might be interesting.
Okay.
Because it's sexiest Smash Brother.
Oh, boy.
There's a lot to choose from there. As the lounge version of Celebrate Good Times plays on in the background. Do you not remember the Smash Brothers?
I'm familiar with the Smash Bros. I mean...
Okay, so... first off, it's such a weird topic. Secondly, I feel like she's stalling because she honestly doesn't know any character in Smash Brothers. Third, she probably defaults to Bowser because he's the easiest one to think of. Fourth, Bowser's not even human. So she couldn't even think of a character from Smash Brothers that was human. Let that sink in for a second. She goes immediately to Reptile. Not Ganondorf, not... hell, if she likes bad guys, pick the bad guy from Sephiroth. Why not Sephiroth? Oh, she probably doesn't know that he's in there.
I already have mine.
I got a couple too.
Okay, so let's just talk about the Smash Bros.
Well, that's all we got to do. We got to start getting through these Smash Bros.
I can do it. So I'm going to right away eliminate the Mario Bros.
Oh, yeah, you gotta.
Yeah.
Are we going to have to... not everyone has a different skin, but because Samus does have 2 very unique suits, are we going to have to call one over the other?
The thing is, I've never
it's never going to be
Zero
Suit.
The Zero Suit.
Never going to be Zero Suit.
Because it's never been what Samus needed.
No.
Did they just say they would never be Zero Suit Samus? Have they not seen Zero Suit Samus? My God, these people are so weird.
And it felt, and it still feels to me like fan service.
100%.
Yeah, and...
Oh my God, oh my God. Feels like fan service. Oh my God, these people are just the worst.
I think that there's something extremely sexy about a bounty hunter in full armor.
Yeah.
So much armor that it was a surprise at the end.
Yeah, but which is funny because in the years since then, they've altered her costume enough that it's got an extremely feminine figure.
But what the hell are they talking about? They're talking about how feminine her armor is. Oh my God. Oh my God, yeah, okay. Fan service. So Kim Belair, who is not exactly some heifer, I don't know, she's laying down in the picture, God only knows what her actual body looks like, but clearly she is in reasonably decent shape. Laying in her underwear for the podcast, talking about how Zero Suit Samus is somehow fan service. Holy crap. And that they can't have Samus out of the armor because the armor is so sexy.
Yeah.
Right? It's the full hour, it's an hourglass essentially, but with the huge shoulders.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that helmet's very sexy.
I have a very weird thing for huge shoulders in armor.
It's because you like transgender people. The huge shoulders are because you like trans women. That's why. That's why you like women with huge shoulders. Women don't naturally have huge shoulders. They don't. I go to the gym for 3 weeks. If I can get to the gym for 3 weeks, I'll have big pecs and big shoulders. It's just genetic, okay? It's part of being a guy.
Like, I don't know what it is, but when I played World of Warcraft,
This was from 2018 or around 2018 Oblivion. So yeah, it would have been somewhere around. I mean, Anita Sarkeesian is still around. Don't be deceived. She's still
I was
around.
gonna ask him, like, were you a World of Warcraft fan though? Because that's their whole deal, right?
Yes. When I played World of Warcraft, I made my character male simply because the male armor variations had these massive shoulder pieces, and the female.
Okay, but that's a normal thing to be attracted to. If you're attracted to a guy, is his big shoulders. You guys are talking about Samus. She's not a trans woman.
No, they didn't do it. Like, they were weirdly gendered in their armor in World of Warcraft. Maybe they've changed that since. But yeah, there is something about big shoulders and armor that, like, gets my motor running.
Disclaimer. What you are about to hear is going to be uncensored. It is going to be extremely graphic descriptions of something you never wanted to know.
I gotta say, I do dig Master of the TDS giving us this this explicit content warning. It is pretty funny because on Twitter he is very, very civil, very PG. He doesn't usually use expletives at all. So good on him for that.
Given to the
and we will not be able to use a bleep button on this. Just a fair warning.
Through it, Kim.
Bowser, I feel like he has to be on my list
because he's bondage daddy sexy.
Bondage daddy, but also like
Good
literal
father.
daddy.
Yeah.
You can literally watch the ads.
Oh my God, go away ads, go away, go away, go away.
It's incredibly satisfying.
Go away.
You heard her.
I'm not repeating that.
If Bowser's in the game,
yeah,
he's gonna make the list.
I just think he's cool.
Oh my God, do you remember Bowser Day?
One day, Ari and I, back in the day when we used to work together,
yeah,
she sent me on our internal communication link, a link to say, like, look up Bowser Day on Tumblr.
Yep.
And Bowser Day was calling my bluff.
I mean, okay. The fact that she says on Tumblr is the first dead giveaway. It's like, don't go to Tumblr, ever.
You like to talk about
how
sexy Bowser is.
Yeah.
That's kind of a fun thing that you do. Would you like to see it? Do you want
some fan art?
Piles and piles of very naked, very, very phallusy,
yeah,
very like hardcore
daddy
bondage
issues.
Bowser?
Yeah.
Yep.
Here it is.
Sometimes he had a turtle penis. Sometimes it was a mammalian penis.
I mean, I'm one of those people who on the internet, I'm gonna click it, and when I go to the Bowser Day tag, I can go like, oh no, this isn't what I wanted. Better look at all of it though.
Yep, you gotta.
Better look at all of it though. This is normal.
She's single, isn't she?
But no. Keep in mind, guys, we're the incels, right?
Well, actually, I don't know if Kim Belair's single. I thought she was married to or like in a relationship with David Bedard, the co-founder. I thought they were an item.
Right? We are the incel. By the way, hi. Below me is my wife. I'm married. Not an incel.
Hi. Married 5 years and counting.
Gotta see hardcore Bowser. Haha. Gamers are incels and sexualized characters. You're bad. But when she does it, it's fine. It's okay. Especially when it's an animal. Because that's what we all need to know, right? These are the people who say, hey, you need to come to us and you need to get your game consulted with us to make sure it doesn't offend people. But this is okay. This is okay to do.
Oh my God, think about this, guys. Think about this for a second. So Kim Belair personally did a lot of the writing and the narrative direction for Unknown Nine Awakening, okay? Kim Belair has had a large amount of her time invested into pushing the idea that Sweet Baby Inc. and a lot of the DEI consultation firms have a reason to exist to help game developers create more representative, diverse, and inclusive stories for games to once again, represent the quote unquote modern audience that we all know doesn't exist. And just imagine how every one of these companies, even if they only gave Sweet Baby Inc. $100,000, let's say it's anywhere from $100,000 to $1 million that they gave them for consulting and writing and all these other things that they did. Because these games are costing $300 million. It's very possible they paid their writers, all the writers across the board, anywhere from $600,000 to up to $1 million. Who knows? Imagine being that company that paid this woman to hear her thoughts on the narrative direction of your game. And then you hear about this podcast from 6-7 years ago and the shit that she says about freaking Bowser. Like, oh my God.
Line. Not something I would put out there personally, but do whatever you want. But then, if you're going to stand on your high horse and pretend that you are better than other people and other gamers because you wouldn't stoop to that degeneracy, caught red-handed. You not only would stoop to that degeneracy, you are that degeneracy. So you're no better than anybody else who wants to see people from Stellar Blade and wants to see them with less clothes on. You are no better. You are the part of the head of a company who is literally about trying to be inclusive and diverse and to protect women from the terrible gamers. And here you are being the same degeneracy that you claim to be against. And I want to clarify something else. In another video...
But Blithy and I would, except I sound like dog shit right now. I'm really hoping by tomorrow my voice has had a little bit more time to recover, so that if I put out a video for let's say, Wednesday morning or whatever, it's not going to sound so terrible. Maybe there'll be more to this. Maybe there'll be more podcast clips that come out, and there'll be more to actually dig through. But this is just like, holy shit. Someone said it's a gold mine, and it really is.
One of these things, which by the way, there are 4 of them that are available. The rest have been deleted.
On SoundCloud.
Basically, at one point, they talk about... So, I don't know if you guys saw that Grums posted about how Kim Belair has these skulls on the back of walls.
Oh my God. Okay, hang on. Did you guys pay attention to that, what they just talked about? So, Kim Belair has a collection of skulls, and in that Portland, Oregon thing that she did a couple weeks ago where she was on stage, she talked about how she enjoys taxidermy, the preservation of dead things. She collects skulls. I'm really concerned about where this is going.
And in her that XOXO thing, she talked about how she collects skulls and taxidermy. Some people have claimed some people have said that it is for witchcraft or Satanism.
It's not, because if you listen to the podcast, you find out exactly what it's for. Because the podcast is about which non-human mammal is sexy.
And she says the antelope, whose skull she has in her house.
Yeah.
No. Oh my God. No. Oh, good God. Oh my God. I don't want to go there. I don't want to think about that. No. Oh my God.
You heard it here, guys. So it's not Satanism. It's worse. Every single company who literally signs in with these people should be ashamed. I'm sorry. You want to pander and do whatever? Do it on your own. You don't need these people. You have skulls of antelope in your house because you like antelope. You are attracted to antelope. You are something wrong with you. I'm sorry. Can't hide from me. I always have the receipts. You can run, but you can't hide. Guess what? You got found out, and now you look stupid.
Oh my God.
Put your clown nose on.
Dude, I can't even. Like kudos to Gothic Therapy and Master of the TDS. I mean, that is some crazy, crazy shit. Oh my God. Dude, Oblivion, that is so messed up. Like, I can't even right now. So the animal that she just happens to find to be the sexiest animal, non-mammal, as I guess they put it, the antelope, is one that she has a skull of in her house. Oh boy. Oh, I can't even. All right, so Savvy says, hypocrisy comes in many flavors. Sometimes it's hidden, sometimes it's right before your eyes. I have no problem with people being into strange things in fiction. I actually think a podcast like this ranking anything for sexiness would be funny. However, this does not present itself in a comedic manner. And this is the head of a company who's trying to tell other businesses how to fiction. This is someone who will call others incel if their views do not align with them. Kim will tell you, you cannot have sexy fictional women, yet actively goes and looks up Turtle Dick for her Friday night wink session because humans just don't do it for her anymore as she falls down the degeneracy rabbit hole or turtle hole in this case. Oh my God, yeah, see, Sexiest Podcast, choose your fighter or your lover. Hey, wanna smash? We're back with a brand new episode. This person claims to be a diversity and inclusion expert simply because she isn't white, who worked alongside a racist who believes, oh my. Oh yeah, the guy that said, yeah, okay, I'm not gonna talk about that, but yeah. Person says to use fear tactics, so companies hire them so they can add in their self-inserts, water down writing, and reduce them to the worst stereotypes possible. I went and listened to the entire podcast, and there are a few moments where you can almost hear the self-awareness in her voice. Why do a podcast with someone who has no idea who Bowser is or any game character? She doesn't come off as someone who knows anything about games, given her inability to talk about any single character beyond surface level, and yet somehow this hypocrite convinced a handful of companies in 2 years to bring them on as consultants for easy ESG score boosts. It's insane. Look, Kim Belair, she did an amazing job endearing herself into the AAA gaming industry. Hey, Maki, I am not touching Veilguard. Not. I got too many good games to play. I've already got my Wednesday game, our indie developer Halloween game going. We're going to play a cool game on Thursday night. I believe it's another independent developer. It's a spooky kind of high psychological thriller game. Thursday, I might do a stream on Friday. I don't know, but we're not playing Veilguard. Not doing it. Yeah. Just wild. This stuff is absolutely insane. Holy crap. But yeah, there's enough people. Look, I'm pretty sure Hypnotic's going to play Veilguard. I know Veridark probably will play it. Yeah, I got too much other important stuff to do than waste my time playing that dog shit game. There's no way. Absolutely. I'd rather go back and play the originals, you know? Boy, that was exciting stuff, huh, guys? Yeah. All right. It is 11:15. I'm going to wrap this up because I need to save my voice as much as I possibly can because we got a long week. And guys, next week's the election. I'm going to be doing an election stream. So we got a lot of stuff to look forward to over the next 10, 12 days. So I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to end it right there. I appreciate all of you guys, like always, for hanging out. You guys have been fantastic. I appreciate, again, Smegs, thanks for the gifted subs. I really appreciate you, dude. My cats are in... Hang on a second. Let me see if you guys can see this. Oh, you can't. My boy cat who's neutered is trying to mount his sister. Tucker, you guys can't do anything. You're both fixed. Oh my God. All right, guys. I am out. I will catch you guys later. Again, thank you guys all for hanging. It's been a lot of fun.